This video is brought to you by Cooler Master Mobile, featuring the Jazz Pro notebook stand. Check it out at mobile.coolermaster-usa.com.
Welcome to my unboxing of the Otterbox Armor series, the toughest case ever built. So it's available for a number of different phones, of which the Samsung Galaxy S3 is one of them. The iPhone 4 is one of them. So I asked for the iPhone 4 case because I don't have an S3. So there it is. It's still a little bit on the scuffed up side, my iPhone at this point. It's been in use for almost 3 years. So, I mean, this is more like the kind of thing I would buy for a new phone. But anyway, here it is. Now this is a press kit, so basically don't expect yours to necessarily come packaged exactly like this, but it's waterproof, drop-proof, dust-proof, and crush-proof. The watertight latches here on the side use a patented O-ring technology port. Covers and mesh coverings tolerate submersions for 30 minutes and up to 6.6 feet of water. So there's the waterproof, these guys, the membranes and meshes that are able to sustain waterproofness for a pretty long period of time there. Non-permeable membranes and protective mesh layer keep harmful elements out while allowing only sound to pass through. So your speakers will still work because of the membranes, but the water won't be able to get in. See, there's an O-ring for the port to plug into charge. High strength reinforced plastic withstands crushing force of up to 2 tons. So presumably I can stand on it no problem, and it's not going to have any issues. So there we go, we already figured that out. Corrosion resistant metal latches lock the two halves of the case together. Built-in screen protector prevents scratches and damage to the glass display. And so we are actually going to go ahead and put my iPhone 4 in here because I am going to be starting my Android iSwitched. So this is the HTC One. Very, very shortly here, and I think I'm pretty much done with my iPhone 4 based on some toying around that I've done with the HTC One so far. So let's have a close look at the case. On the bottom you can see there's a grill there and a membrane there, then the O-ring seal here. You can also actually see the O-ring here because this isn't totally sealed. I had this out of the box already so I can check it out. But that's how all of that seals. So there you go, you put that right there. On the side here we've got the 2 corrosion resistant metal hinges. The back here is a reinforced plastic with a spot for the flash as well as the camera. On the top you've got your lock button, quite stiff actually, as well as your headphone, there we go, headphone jack right there, which is again got a membrane seal by the look of things and an O-ring seal around the outside, so you can plug your headphones in without worrying about that. There's your mute or your orientation lock, depending how you have that configured, and there's your volume up and down. All these are quite stiff, but what I'm expecting is once I actually get a phone in here, things will change a little bit. So, peel those back, just like that. Ow! Okay. I don't have very strong nails, so that's a little bit tough, but there we go. And let's see how she actually opens up. I've never used an Otterbox before. I've never really done the whole cell phone case thing because I don't really drop my cell phone. But inside we find a super, super grippy layer here. So that's going to allow you to put the phone down on it and have it not move while you're actually installing the rest of the case. So that's good. It's also very cushiony. So it's got some thickness to it. So you can, here, we'll do an iPhone comparison. There you go. So you can see how thick the actual backing layer is here. There's that O-ring that seals up the whole case. And here we go. So these pieces here latch into these notches here. You can see the way that all of these buttons pass through. So it's actually rubber that is sealed onto the case itself. And then the tactile feedback that you're going to get is probably going to be from the buttons themselves. So that's other than that, these are just rubber here. So the cushioning around the outside of the case is provided by, this is a bit of a harder plastic than what we found here, which is more cushiony. So because they've only got so much thickness that they can put around it, but I'll go ahead and do an iPhone thickness comparison there. Actually, that's quite thick. So they've got 1, 2, 3 layers that are between your phone and any kind of accidental damage. And you can see they've built up the corners a fair bit more than the actual straightaways here, and that's understandable because that's where there's the most risk of damage. Home button's right here, sealed. I don't think I ever showed that before, and then the plastic cover is here. So let's go ahead and install it. Show you guys how simple this is. This is probably the way I would actually install it as opposed to going the other way, which is what I suggested the first time. Just go ahead, slide that on. So this turns the iPhone 4, which is normally, other than its weight, pretty sleek and elegant, into a bit of a brick. So there's that. Oh, hold on. I don't know if I did this quite right. Okay. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the right seal, because there's a pond here. I'm planning to throw the phone into it. So I'm really, really hoping that I get this on right before I proceed with that. So yeah, there we go. So once you get the O-ring into place, it's just a matter of bringing the latches up like this and then latching it on just like that. So I'm not real confident about that. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit off camera. We'll be back in a moment. All right, so it was just a matter of squeezing it pretty good and then getting the latches on there. So now it's feeling pretty sturdy. So I guess I'll switch over to what's going to become my new trademark HTC One comparison. So that's what an Otterboxed phone looks like compared to a not Otterboxed phone. It's not the kind of thing that I would use unless I had a reason to keep my phone super protected. With all that said, if you put it in your pocket, it's actually not going to look that much different than your wallet in your pocket. And you know, it's not like you can't get it out of your pocket. And if you keep it in a purse, this is a perfect thing to put on your phone because you got your keys and all your other stuff in there. And I mean, just in case you drop it, then you know that you're gonna have the confidence that it's gonna be okay. So there's rubber bumpers here, hard plastic here. There's quite a recessed area between the actual screen. So you'd have to drop it on something fairly textured to actually manage to impact the screen. So let's see what we can do to this baby. All right, so how about that tree? You think I can hit that tree? Now watch this drive. Oh, it went all the way through to the other side. Okay, just a sec. Oh, I missed the tree though. I hope I can find the phone. What? Oh yeah, right, my mic's on. Okay, so hold on, it bounced all the way through onto the street here. So I'm just gonna retrieve it. And okay, it looks like we did a little bit of damage. What do you think? Do you think I can hit the light post? Or the light at the top? Let's try it. Oh, wrong way. Uh-oh. Okay, that might have been it for it. Well, there you go, folks. I don't think I recommend that. Let's see how the phone did. Oh, wow. Check this out. Come. So that was probably a good 20 feet up. So the Otterbox opened. It did not actually stay closed. So I guess if I was to find a design improvement that they can make, it would be the plastic latches here, because you can see the metal ones held up just fine. With that in mind, oh, Diesel's texting. Apparently we have to go meet him now. With that in mind, the phone has a scuff here. See, right there. There's a scuff that wasn't there before. A couple scuffs here. The phone survived. The screen did not scratch. So, okay. Let's go ahead and chuck it in the water. I'm gonna put it back in. We'll be back in a moment. All right, so we've reassembled it from the fall. So there's some cracked pieces there. So we're gonna see if the waterproofness held up from the 20-foot fall. So to be clear, guys, this is designed for people, not designed for people who are trying to intentionally wreck the phone. And the fact that the phone survived at all being dropped out of what is essentially a second-story window should be pretty impressive. So I'm gonna throw it into the water and try and hit that brick. Ready, guys? Here we go. Ha! And it's down there now. Slick, do you think you can reach that? This may actually be a problem. Okay, hold on. We're not gonna leave it in there for 30 minutes one way or another, just because we already know that the integrity of the Otterbox was compromised by the fall. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. Okay, I got it. Ah. Okay. So we chucked it at a brick under the water. So let's go ahead and, oh, it's dirty. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and open her back up and see if she leaked. I mean, realistically, if they're rating it for 30 minutes, no, there we go, look at that. There's just drips through from me opening it, but the actual, oh, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, she ain't waterproof anymore, never mind. So we sort of knew this was gonna happen. Let's see if the phone survived. It was down there for probably a good 30 seconds anyway. Oh, phone's on, okay. So there's Diesel's message that we haven't gone and met up with him yet. So yeah, we're gonna put it back in the Otterbox and we're gonna kick it all the way back to where we're meeting with Diesel and see if the phone continues to survive. Wish us luck with that. Okay, and let's pick up here. All right, guys, so let's see how our impact torture test, how the Otterbox held up. So once again, the metal side is outstanding. You can see that spacing between the actual screen itself and the front bezel here paying off, and you can see these metal pieces actually contribute to the scrape proofness of the device overall. My only thing is I wish that they put at least one on the other side or something like that. You can see this guy opened up during the impact, but that's kind of to be expected. That's for waterproofness, not for impact. But these plastic ones did let go again. However, you guys saw what we did to it. That is not normal use. And I think what we're going to discover, at least I hope what we're going to discover, is that the phone did survive. And that to me is the point of one of these cases. Not, here you can see how beat up this got on the way over here. The point of these cases is not whether the case looks beautiful after some abuse, but whether the phone inside actually still works. There's Diesel's message. All right, just like that. There's the phone itself, which is actually not really any worse for the wear. And I give the Otterbox Armor series a pass. Thank you for checking out this video on Linus Tech Tips. Don't forget to subscribe for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos.